Hi, everybody, it's Dr. Nichols-Boyle again. I wanted to read this poem that I'm asking you to look at today, How to Write the Great American Indian Novel by Sherman Alexie. As I know that some of you have mentioned that it's easier for you to understand when you're hearing it spoken and you're hearing the emphasis and that kind of thing. So, especially with a poem, I think it's meant to be heard aloud, and particularly with American Indian literature, just like the Irish literature, where it comes a lot from the oral tradition, and Sherman Alexie is very big into that. If you want to hear more of kind of that the accent and more of how he grew up, I also included a clip from one of his movies that he made and wrote, Smoke Signals, which was based on a different book, and you'll kind of see some of the same humor and some of the same ideas in it. So here we go. And I will tell you a little bit at the end about what questions that you're answering in the discussion this week to kind of get us ready for reading the novel and what to look for. How to Write the Great American Indian Novel by Sherman Alexie. All of the Indians must have tragic features, tragic noses, eyes, and arms. Their hands and fingers must be tragic when they reach for tragic food. The hero must be a half-breed, half white and half Indian, preferably from a horse culture. He should often weep alone. That is mandatory. If the hero is an Indian woman, she is beautiful. She must be slender and in love with a white man. But if she loves an Indian man, then he must be a half-breed, preferably from a horse culture. If the Indian woman loves a white man, then he has to be so white that we can see the blue veins running through his skin like rivers. When the Indian woman steps out of her dress, the white man gasps at the endless beauty of her brown skin. She should be compared to nature, brown hills, mountains, fertile valleys, dewy grass, wind, and clear water. If she is compared to murky water, however, then she must have a secret. Indians always have secrets, which are carefully and slowly revealed. Yet Indian secrets can be disclosed suddenly like a storm. Indian men, of course, are storms. They should destroy the lives of any white women who choose to love them. All white women love Indian men. That is always the case. White women feign disgust at the savage in blue jeans and t-shirt, but secretly lust after him. White women dream about half-breed Indian men from horse cultures. Indian men are horses, smelling wild and gamey. When the Indian man unbuttons his pants, the white woman should think of topsoil. There must be one murder, one suicide, one attempted rape. Alcohol should be consumed. Cars must be driven at high speeds. Indians must see visions. White people can have the same visions if they are in love with Indians. If a white person loves an Indian, then the white person is Indian by proximity. White people must carry an Indian deep inside themselves. Those interior Indians are half-breed and obviously from horse cultures. If the interior Indian is male, then he must be a warrior, especially if he is inside a white man. If the interior Indian is female, then she must be a healer, especially if she is inside a white woman. Sometimes there are complications. An Indian man can be hidden inside a white woman, an Indian woman can be hidden inside a white man. In these rare instances, everybody is a half-breed struggling to learn more about his or her horse culture. There must be redemption, of course, and sins must be forgiven. For this, we need children. A white child and an Indian child, gender not important, should express deep affection in a childlike way. In the Great American Indian Novel, when it is finally written, all of the white people will be Indians, and all of the Indians will be ghosts. Okay, so there it is. So the things I want you to think about is, according to Alexie's poem, here, what characteristics should be in the Great American Indian Novel? So things like that you have a lot of people with half-breeds, how the relationships work, people from horse cultures, which just means that there should be, that it's a culture, Indian culture, that valued horses, other than other kinds of tribes where that wasn't as important. For example, from Alexie's tribe, it was more salmon was kind of the sacred thing and the animal that they paid attention to. So what characteristics, there's many more, should be in the Great American Indian Novel. Where does Alexie get these ideas from of what should be in the Great American Indian Novel? And then looking at that final stanza, which is those last two sentences here, give your best interpretation of what you think he means by those lines. Okay? Um, so we'll see how you figure this out and what the different interpretations are. Looking forward to hearing.